Welcome to Bible and Bonnie in a Year, day 310. We're continuing in Jeremiah today, chapters 37 through 39, Hebrews 3. It's an arms day. Should be a nice little workout. Here we go.
Jeremiah 37.
All right, I'm going to do a jog
And
punch.
King Zedekiah, the son of Josiah, reigned instead of Coniah, the son of Jehoiakim, whom Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, made king in the land of Judah. But neither he nor his servants, nor the people of the land,
Good. Down
did
for
hearken
shoulder
unto the
taps.
words of the Lord, which he spake by the prophet Jeremiah. And Zedekiah the king sent Jehukal, the son of Shelemiah, and Zephaniah, the son of Maaseiah, the priest, to the
And
prophet
Jax.
Jeremiah, saying, Pray now unto the Lord our God for us. Now Jeremiah came in and went out among the people, for they had not put him into prison. Then Pharaoh's army
Good.
was come forth
One
out
more
of
time.
Egypt,
Jog.
and when the Chaldeans that besieged Jerusalem
And
heard
punch.
tidings of them, they departed from Jerusalem. Then came the word of the Lord unto the prophet Jeremiah, saying, Thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, Thus shall ye say to the king of Judah, that sent you unto me to inquire of me, Behold, Pharaoh's army which is come forth to help you, shall
Taps.
return to Egypt into
Hold
their
that
own
link.
land. And the Chaldeans shall come again, and fight against this city, and take it, and burn it with fire. Thus saith the Lord, Deceive not yourselves, saying, The Chaldeans shall surely depart from
And
us.
see those jumping
They shall
jacks?
not depart. For though ye had smitten the whole army of the Chaldeans that fight against you, and there remained but wounded men among them, yet should they rise up every man in his tent,
Set
and
one.
burn this city with fire.
Gonna be down again.
And it
Push
came to
ups.
pass that when the
Renegade
army of the
rows.
Chaldeans was broken up from Jerusalem for fear of Pharaoh's army, then Jeremiah
And
went forth
bicep
out of
curls.
Jerusalem to go into the land of Benjamin, to separate himself thence in the midst of the people. And when he was in the gate of Benjamin, a captain of the ward was there, whose name was Arijah, the son of Shelemiah, the son of Hananiah.
10 of
And he
these.
took Jeremiah the prophet, saying, Thou fallest
These are
away to the
those?
Chaldeans. Then said Jeremiah, It is false, I fall not away to the Chaldeans. But he hearkened not to him. So Arijah took Jeremiah, and brought him to the princes. Wherefore the princes were wroth with Jeremiah, and smote him, and put him in prison in the house of Jonathan the scribe, for they had made that the prison. When Jeremiah was entered into the dungeon, and into the caverns, and Jeremiah had remained there many days, then Zedekiah the king sent and took him out. And the king asked him secretly in his house, and said, Is there any word from the Lord? And Jeremiah
Bicep
said,
curls.
There is.
On your
For
knees.
said he, Thou shalt be delivered into the hand of the king of Babylon. Moreover, Jeremiah said unto King Zedekiah, What have I offended against thee, or against thy servants, or against this people, that ye have put me in prison? Where are now your prophets which prophesied unto you,
All right.
saying, The king of
Back to
Babylon
those
shall
push-ups.
not come against you, nor against this
I
land?
modified. I'm gonna modify.
Therefore hear
On my
now,
knees.
I pray thee, O my lord the king. Let my supplication, I pray thee, be accepted
Look
before
at
thee,
it. Yeah.
that thou cause me not to return to the house of Jonathan the scribe, lest I die there. Then Zedekiah the king commanded that they should commit Jeremiah into the court of the prison, and that they should give him
Okay.
daily a piece of bread out of the baker's street,
Rows.
until all the bread in the
Same
city was
position.
spent. Thus Jeremiah remained in the court of the prison. Jeremiah 38. Then Shephatiah the son of Mattan, and Gedaliah the son of Pashur, and Jukal the son of Shelemiah, and Pashur the son of Malchiah, heard the words that Jeremiah had spoken unto all the people, saying, Thus saith the Lord, He that remaineth in this city shall die by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence. But he that
Curls
goeth forth
again.
to the Chaldeans shall live, for he shall have his life for a prey, and shall live. Thus saith the Lord, This city shall surely be given into the hand of the king of Babylon's army, which shall take it. Therefore the princes said unto the king, We beseech thee, let this man be put to death, for thus he weakeneth the hands of the men of war that remain in this city, and the hands of all the people, in speaking such words unto them. For this man seeketh not the welfare of this people, but the
All
hurt.
right, last time push-ups.
Then Zedekiah the king said, Behold, he is in your hand. For the king is not he that can do anything against you. Then took they Jeremiah, and cast him into the dungeon of Balcah, the son of Hamelech, that was in the court of the prison. And they let down Jeremiah with cords. And in the dungeon there was no water but mire. So Jeremiah sunk in the mire. Now when Ebed-melech the Ethiopian, one of the eunuchs which was in the king's house, heard that they had put Jeremiah in the dungeon, the king, then sitting in the gate of Benjamin, Ebed-melech went forth out of the king's house, and spake to the king, saying, My lord the king, these men have done evil in all that they have done to Jeremiah the prophet, whom they have cast into the dungeon. And he is like to die for hunger in the place where he is, for there is no more bread in the city.
We'll go together.
Then the king commanded Ebed-melech the Ethiopian, saying, Take from hence 30 men with thee, and take up Jeremiah the prophet out of the dungeon before he die. So Ebed-melech took the men with him, and went into the house of the king out of his treasury, and took thence old cast clouts and old rotten rags,
Second
and
set,
let them
overhead
down by
press.
cords into the dungeon
Downward
to
roll.
Jeremiah. And Ebed-melech
Tricep
the
kickbacks.
Ethiopian said unto Jeremiah, Put now these
All right,
old cast
ready?
cloths and rotten rags under thine
And
armholes,
over.
under the
Some
cords.
military.
And
Rest.
Jeremiah did so. So they drew up Jeremiah with cords, and took him up
Control.
out of the dungeon. And Jeremiah remained in the court of the prison. Then Zedekiah the king sent and took Jeremiah the prophet unto him into the third entry that is in the
Down.
house of the Lord. And the king said unto Jeremiah, I will ask thee a thing, hide nothing from me. Then Jeremiah said unto Zedekiah, If I declare it unto thee, wilt thou not surely put me to death? And if I give thee counsel, wilt thou not hearken unto me? So Zedekiah the king sware secretly unto Jeremiah, saying, As the Lord liveth, that made us this soul, I will not put thee to death, neither will I give thee into the hand of these men that seek thy life. Then said Jeremiah unto Zedekiah, Thus saith the Lord, the God of hosts, the God of Israel, If thou wilt assuredly go forth
Right.
unto the king of
Kickbacks.
Babylon's princes,
You bent forward.
then thy soul shall live, and this city shall not be burned with fire, and thou shalt live, and thine house. But if thou wilt not go forth to the king of Babylon's princes, then shall this city be given into the hand of the Chaldeans, and they shall
Again.
burn with fire,
Overhead.
and thou shalt not escape out
Control
of their
it.
hand. And Zedekiah the king said unto Jeremiah, I am afraid of the Jews that are fallen to the Chaldeans, lest they deliver me into their hand, and they mock me. But Jeremiah said, They shall not deliver thee. Obey, I beseech thee, the voice of the Lord which I speak unto thee. So it shall be
Downward.
well unto thee, and thy soul shall live.
Down dog, pull up to
But if thou
shoulder.
refuse to go forth, this is the word that the Lord hath shown me. And behold, all the women that are left in the king of Judah's
shoulder
house
blade.
shall be brought forth to the king of Babylon's princes, and those women shall say, Thy friends have set thee on, and have prevailed against thee. Thy feet are sunk in the mire, and they are turned away back. So they shall bring out all thy wives and thy children to the Chaldeans,
All right.
and thou shalt not
Kickbacks.
escape out of their hand, but shall be taken
Sit.
by the hand of the king of
Extend.
Babylon, and thou shalt cause
Extend.
this city to be burned with fire. Then said Zedekiah unto Jeremiah, Let no man know of these words, and thou shalt not die. But if the princes hear that I have talked with thee, and they
Last
come
time.
unto thee,
Overhead.
and say unto thee,
Ready?
Declare unto us now what thou hast said unto the king. Hide it not from us,
Oh.
and we will not put thee to death. Also what the king said unto thee. Then thou shalt say unto them, I presented my supplication before the king, that he would not cause me to return to Jonathan's house, to die there. Then came all the princes unto Jeremiah, and asked him, and he told them according to all these words that the king had commanded. So they left off speaking with him, for the matter
Okay,
was not
down again.
received. So Jeremiah abode in the court of the prison
Pull up.
until the day that Jerusalem was taken. And he was there when Jerusalem was taken. Jeremiah 39. In the 9th year of Zedekiah, king of Judah, in the 10th month, came Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and all his army against Jerusalem, and they besieged it.
Kick back.
And in the 11th year of Zedekiah,
Sort of.
in the 4th month,
We have
the
an
9th
absent.
day of the
Have
month,
arms.
the city was broken up. And all the princes of the king of Babylon came in and sat in the middle gate, even Nergal-Sharezer, Samgar-Nebo, Sar-Sakim, Rabsaris, Nergal-Sharezer,
Good.
Rabmag,
Feel it.
and all the residue of the princes of the king of Babylon.
Alright, grab your lightweights
And it came to pass
on the
that
floor.
when Zedekiah the king of Judah saw
Flies
them,
and leg lift.
and all the men of war, then they fled,
Hundreds and cherry pickers.
and went forth out of the city by night,
Arms
by the
together.
way of the king's garden, by the gate betwixt the two walls, and he went out the way of the plain. But the Chaldeans' army pursued after them, and overtook
Working the
Zedekiah in the
chest
plains of Jericho.
And abs.
And when they had taken him, they brought him up to Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, to Riblah, in the land of Hamath, where he gave judgment upon him. Then the king of Babylon slew the sons of Zedekiah in Riblah before his eyes.
No weights
Also the
needed.
king of Babylon slew all the nobles of
Getting to be
Judah.
and pump those arms.
Moreover, he put out Zedekiah's eyes, and bound him with chains, to carry him to Babylon. And the Chaldeans burned the king's house, and the houses of the people with fire, and
Good.
brake down the walls of Jerusalem.
Cherry pickers, feet up.
Then Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard,
Reach
carried
the
away
hills.
captive into Babylon the remnant of the people that remained in the city, and those that fell
I know where
away,
to stretch
that
in
fell
a
to him
ab
with the
cherry
rest of the
picker.
people that remained. But Nebuzaradan, the captain of the
Don't get
guard,
confused.
left of the poor of the people, which had nothing in the land of Judah, and gave them vineyards and fields at the same time. Now Nebuchadnezzar,
You
king
know,
of
new
Babylon,
names
gave
for
charge concerning Jeremiah to
helmets.
Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, saying,
Flies again.
Take him, and look well to him, and do him no harm. But do unto him even as he
Yep.
shall say unto
Bring them
thee.
together.
So
You look heavier if you
Nebuzaradan,
want
the
to.
captain of the guard, sent, and Nebuchadnezzar, Rabsaris, Nergal-Sharezer, Rabmag, and all the king of Babylon's princes, even they sent, and took Jeremiah out of the court of the prison, and committed him unto Gedaliah the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, that he should carry him home. So he dwelt among the people. Now the word of the Lord came unto Jeremiah while he was shut up in the court of the prison, saying, Go, and speak to Ebed-melech the Ethiopian, saying,
Hundreds.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the
Get
God
up.
of Israel,
Pump.
Behold, I will bring my words upon
Breathe.
this city for evil and not for good, and they shall be accomplished in that day before thee. But I will deliver thee in that day, saith the Lord, and thou shalt not be
Woo.
given into the hand of the men of whom
Feel
thou
it?
art afraid.
Lower abs, cherry
For I will
pickers.
surely deliver thee, and thou shalt not fall by the sword,
Reach.
but thy life shall be for a prey unto thee, because thou hast put thy trust in me, saith the Lord. Hebrews
Last
3.
one.
Wherefore, holy brethren, partakers of the heavenly calling, consider the apostle and high priest of our profession,
Flies.
Christ Jesus,
Leg lift.
who was faithful to him that appointed him, as also Moses was faithful in all his house. For this man was counted worthy of more glory than Moses, inasmuch as he who hath builded the house hath more honor than the house. For every house is builded by some man, but he that built all things is God. And Moses verily was faithful in all his house, as a servant, for a testimony of those things which were to be spoken after. But Christ as a son over his own house, whose house are we, if we hold fast the confidence and the rejoicing of the hope firm unto the end. Wherefore,
Ready, pump.
as the Holy Ghost saith, Today, if ye will hear his voice, harden not your hearts, as in the provocation in the day of temptation in the wilderness, when your fathers tempted me, proved me, and saw my works 40 years.
Go ahead and pick.
Wherefore I was grieved with that generation, and said, They do always err in their heart, and they have not known my ways. So I swear in my wrath, they shall not enter into my rest. Take heed, brethren,
Hope your abs are burning.
lest there be in any of you an evil heart of
Foot
unbelief
stretch.
in departing from the living God.
Cross body.
But exhort one another daily, while it is called today, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin. For we are made partakers of Christ,
Your way.
if we hold the beginning of our confidence steadfast unto the end. While it is said, today, if
Good,
ye
open.
will hear his voice, harden not your
Twist.
hearts as in the provocation. For some, when they had heard, did provoke, howbeit not all that came out of Egypt by Moses. But with whom was he grieved 40 years? Was it not with them that had sinned, whose carcasses fell in the wilderness? And to whom sware he that they should not enter into his rest? But to them that believed not. So we see that they could not enter in
Good.
because of
Let's do our
unbelief.
interlexed rotation with our tries. Touch behind. We have a little time at the end. That's okay. We got to stretching. This is the hard one for me. Hopefully you can touch. Good. Sun bend at the neck. Get that upper trap. Other side. Right here. And we can get levator sketch if we want. Alright, do our wrist. Call it a day. The backs of hands together. Palms. Could say wrist, but the wrist is all the way. I call it dorsum. Dorsum and palms. Alright, good job. Cardio tomorrow. Have a great day.